Good morning, frosty friends. This morning you are here for your English lesson, right? Well, you'll find out in a minute. Actually, this is more of a test. And it's 10 words and phrases that people say incorrectly. I'm going to add a number 11 at the end. Okay, so what are the things that people say incorrectly? This is a test, so you have to write down in the comments below two things. One is you have to write which one is correct for some of these, or all of them. And then some of them will become very apparent as I talk about these things. And then the other thing I need you to write down in the comments below is what are some of the phrases or statements that you have noticed that people say incorrectly. Well, are you ready, kids? We're going to learn this morning. We're going to learn together. And we're back to school, or we're not back to school, but some of your kids are back to school. They're back to college. They've moved in, and you're sad because you're empty nesters, kind of like us. Or you might not be sad because you're empty nesters, kind of like us. Ah, yes. Okay. Sorry, Amanda, but you're having fun too. Our youngest has moved off to college, so we are empty nesters with the exception of the 3 cats and dog. And I hesitate because sometimes we have 3 dogs here. Anyway, and at night, it's 3-dog night. Hey, dad joke. Okay, so it's time to talk about some phrases that people supposedly use in the English language. And for all intensive purposes, I would like to discuss those irregardless of whether you care. I could care less if you care or don't care. And so I'm going to enjoy a little espresso. Or is it Expresso? And anyway, well, I specifically will cite some examples. Specifically, this example is the most important. Do you say specifically or do you say pacifically? Do you know anyone who says pacifically? Isn't it fun when you go to a conference and there's a professional speaking and they say something like, and that is specifically what I meant? Have you ever seen that happen, like in a class or someone who's supposed to know these things? Well, it's of utmost importance that we all speak correctly. And otherwise, we might just get tired and have to go lie down. Is that correct to say I need to go lie down? Or do you say I go lay down? That's the one I get wrong all the time. And my mother is an English teacher, and she has tried to correct me on this for my entire life, and I can never get it right. She says, lie is what you do to yourself. Lay is what you do to others. So now when I yell to my dog, go lie down, then I remember, that's right, it's supposed to go lay down. Not that you're going to do that to your dog, but you want to say it correctly. Anyway, supposedly, or is it supposably? That's number 1 on the test. Supposably or supposedly? And if you've noticed, maybe you didn't notice, go back and review. I've used all of these terms already, correctly or incorrectly. Most of them, etc., expectra, etc., expecta, what is it? Etc., etc., or etc. Okay, and what about for all intensive purposes? Or is it all intents and purposes? Which one is it? Get you thinking. No, that one's not too easy. Well, irregardless or regardless. Which one do we say here? See, it's not the easiest test. You might pass, you might get a B. Will any of you get an A? Let's go on to the next one. Regardless or irregardless. Okay, next one. I couldn't care less. Or should you say I could care less? Well, I'll let you think about that as I sip on my espresso. Or is it espresso? My cat is looking at me. He doesn't know either. Okay, so pacifically or specifically? Well, it depends on where you live. And there's other things that are factors depending on where you live too. Like there's a part of, well, I'll just say where it is. It's in North Dakota. When I go to North Dakota and have a donut or breakfast at the bakery or at the local restaurant, I've noticed that people get out their keychains after they finish eating and they start clipping their nails, their fingernails, at the table. This is a common practice. I've seen it in North Dakota. I've even occasionally seen it in Minnesota, but they go out to their car and their plates are from North Dakota. Sorry, guys. All of you who I've offended from North Dakota, I'm from North Dakota too. In some ways, I've lived there at times in my life. And so when I sit and have breakfast and I notice in my espresso that there's coconut in there, little shavings of coconut, or are they fingernail clippings that flew off of the clipper and went in my coffee? I don't know, but I'll tell you what. The way I was able to always get the coconut cookies, the cookies with coconut pieces in them, is I would tell my kids that those are grandma's toenails in the cookies. No, I didn't do that to my kids. I did it to my sister. Aren't I nice? But I got all the coconut cookies to myself. Anyway, have you seen it? I seen it. Or I've seen it. Which one is it? Yeah, that's an easy one, I think. Depends on what part of the world you live in. Okay, so of utmost importance, I want to talk about this one. Is it utmost or upmost? Well, I've exhausted myself and I'm going to go lie down. Or should I go lay down? Which one? That's the one my mom has worked very hard to try to teach me. And I said it wrong just the other day again. I said, Sadie, my dog, go lie down. Nope, it's incorrect. So I got a B on the test. What did you get? Write in the comments below what's the comments or phrases that people say wrong. Number 11, by the way, I promised I'd do an 11th one, is I was at a conference and I heard a professional say the word, what was it? Especially. Yeah, especially. Especially? Are you serious? Well, that is the one that a lot of people say wrong. It's what are we talking about? Especially? It's especially. Look it up on the Webster's Dictionary. Look it up on Google. Look up especially and see if it's from people who are clipping their fingernails at the table. Hey, thanks for watching Frosty Life. Hope I didn't offend anyone this morning. We're just having donuts and coffee together, or maybe even a little espresso. Have a wonderful day. Hey, and I hope your day is full of blessings and full of smiles from this video. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you hated this video, then just write down a comment below of your favorite saying that people get wrong. If I get enough of these, I'll make another video. Hey, give thumbs down if you don't want me to ever make a video again. Hey, I bet someone's going to do it. They're going to take me up on it, especially the ones who didn't think this was funny. Who thinks this isn't funny?